thousand showed up. That same day, 13 million showed up around this country to protest him. Now, imagine if 1/3 of that 13 million had come and shut this city down while he was holding his birthday parade. It would change the political climate and landscape overnight. And until we do that, I don't know that we can win. But I appreciate you guys being here today. Stop going to protests that don't have a point. And tell the organizer, congrats on your protest, but it doesn't have a fucking point, and things without a point are pointless. Nobody gives a shit if you get together in the park and sing songs at each other. Nobody cares. You know, they do care if 1,000 people come and go into the halls of Congress and walk into their offices and say, if you support fascism, we will hold you accountable. And we will hold you accountable in every way that the human mind can fathom the word accountability. Imagine it, and that's how we'll do it. Do you understand? Make the representative understand. Do I seem serious? Because I am. Please convey my message with the seriousness and sincerity that I'm delivering it to you with. That's how I talk to them when I go in there. I go just to the line of getting thrown out. Because unless you do that, they're not going to remember you. But if you do that, rest assured they will. And a lot of these kids are 22 years old. And it's not your fault they work for a fascist. You don't need to feel sorry for them. You need to talk to them, real talk, and say, everyone who supports fascism is going to be held accountable, including everyone that works for them in their offices. Do you understand? I need to make sure that you understand. That's what I would like to see happen today. I would like us to go into Republican offices and say that. Fascism will fail. When it does, rest assured, we promise you, we promise you'll be held accountable.
Corporations that are supporting them and saying nothing.
Yep. And when we go into Dems offices, we want to say, either you guys need to step up and have a plan, a unanimous plan, and you need to communicate that to the American people so that we can help you manifest that plan. Because in the absence of a plan from you, a plan from the American people will emerge, and that will be more complicated. You either come up with a plan, or don't be surprised when the American people come up with their own plan, and that timeline is running out. You do not have a lot of time, and express that to them with sincerity. I had a lady come up to me at a comedy show recently. People line up to talk to me, which I'm still getting used to. It feels very weird, because for over a decade, nobody gave a shit. But I'm talking to one person, and out of the corner of my left eye, I see this woman, and she's already crying before she gets to me. And I'm a sensitive fella, believe it or not. And I'm like, shit, she's going to make me cry. And she gets in front of me, and before she even talks, she's full on sobbing. And I'm like feeling it. I'm like, oh, dude, don't cry for all these people. But I could feel the pain that she was putting off. It's energy. It's not woo-woo, new age talk. Emotions are energy, and they have an energy to them, and other people can literally, palpably feel them. And when she spoke, she said, I'm the youngest of 9, and I don't talk to anybody in my family anymore. She said, I had 2 older brothers, and I miss them so much. And she said, you feel like my older brother now. And I want you to remember that when you go in these offices today. They're not just taking food from starving children. They're not just disappearing innocent immigrants to death camps. They're not just taking health care from veterans. They're taking your fucking family from you. They're taking our loved ones from us with this cult bullshit. Thank you for being here today. What I want you to do after today is you got to tell the 10 people in your life that are the most important to you. You need, I'm not asking you, you need to come with me next time. There's nothing you're doing that's more important than this. There's just not. Donald Trump is a pedophile. Free Palestine. Free Palestine.
All right, give it up for Cliff Cash. Give it up.
Up next, we got the one and only Jessica Denson. Let's give it up for Jessica. Come on, let's go.
Good morning, everyone. How you doing this morning? All right, so for those of you who are new to me, or me and Cliff, I love what he said about protest with a point, because we've literally been at this since January, when we stood in this city for 3 days, marched peacefully through the halls of that building, and demanded that these elected representatives reject Donald Trump's presidency because it is unconstitutional. So the way I usually frame it is every single one of these people in this building is in redemption territory. They want to make up for their failure, the abdication of their oath on January 6th for letting an adjudicated insurrectionist into the White House, this squatter in chief. Damn well back impeachment now. Because much like Cliff, I was beyond frustrated, that word isn't even appropriate, for the lack of a point to the protest that I was seeing, the failure to seize this opportunity and harness this power of millions of people in the streets. I formed the Removal Coalition about a month ago. The Removal Coalition, what is the Removal Coalition? Simply what it is a group, an umbrella to amplify the organizations that are committed unmistakingly, unequivocally, explicitly to constitutional removal of this administration now. Now. So I'm very happy you're here at the Flair Resistance Action Center. I'm very happy that Flair recently joined the Removal Coalition. Please welcome Flair to the Removal Coalition. 5051 DC is also a member of the Removal Coalition, and I'll be speaking later there today with Representative Al Green, John Bonifaz from Free Speech for People, who has been instrumental in pushing the impeachment conversation forward. Their petition at impeachtrumpagain.org now has almost 1 million signatures. So definitely go sign it if you haven't already. And I got on board with 5051 DC. I make no bones about my intentions with people. I'm really explicit. I got on board with the planning of today, the Good Trouble Day, to make sure that impeachment and removal was front and center. I don't know about you, but I think if John Lewis, God bless him, John Lewis were living today, he would be standing out and in front, leading with Representative Al Green, the calls for Donald Trump to be removed from the presidency. And we're talking about impeachment, and we're talking about the peaceful option here. And I'm very much on board with what Cliff said. We can try to sugarcoat this conversation, and I want to make one important, very, very important caveat so nobody takes me out of context. We are not for 1 second, none of us are ever advocating for violence. I've been at protests almost every month since this year started. I haven't seen a single person in this movement violent or instigate any kind of conflict. But there is going to come a boiling point when this country can't take it anymore. We are not the Russian people. We are not the Chinese people. God bless everyone in this world who is fighting for freedom. We are the American people, and we are not going to stand. We are not going to stand for a fascist dictator, Donald Trump, refusing to leave office in 2028. We're not going to do it. So, and it's really not a question of if he refuses to leave office, it's when he refuses to leave office. When Donald Trump refuses to leave office. Remember, not too long ago, in that building behind us, he caused a deadly insurrection because he refused to leave office the last time, okay? So impeachment is not just a peaceful alternative. It is the peaceful alternative. And that's the way you have to frame the conversation to these, I try to keep my language clean, these individuals.